Alright, welcome back everybody. Let's take a look at another one of the lineages from Van Richten's Guide to Ravenloft. So the last one was great. Basically lets you play as a part vampire. This one right here called Hexblood lets you basically play partially as a hag. So let's see what's going on with the Hexblood right here. Where wishing fails, ancient magic can offer a heart's desire, at least for a time. Hexbloods are individuals infused with eldritch magic, fey energy, or mysterious witchcraft. Some who enter into bargains with hags gain their deepest wishes but eventually find themselves transformed. These changes evidence a hag's influence. Ears that split in forked points. Skin in lurid shades, so their skin is going to change color. Long hair that regrows if cut, and an irremovable living crown. Along with these marks, hexbloods manifest hag-like traits, such as dark vision, and a variety of magical methods to beguile the senses and avoid the same. While many hexbloods gained their lineage after making a deal with the hags, it's kind of like making a deal with the devil, others reveal their nature as they age, particularly if a hag influenced them early in life or even before their birth. Many hexbloods turn to lives of adventure, seeking to discover the mysteries of their magic, to forge a connection with the fey natures, or to avoid a hag that obsesses over them. So notice the ears and what they call this crown and the coloration of the skin are some things you're going to see being changed in an individual. So heir of hags. One way hags create more of their kind is through the creation of hexbloods. So of course this is going to rewrite a small part of the monster manual right there. Every hexblood exhibits features suggestive of the hag whose magic inspires their powers. So it looks like depending on what the hag looked like that gave them their powers, it influences what this individual looks like. Think about all the different types of hags and how individuals are going to look very different. This includes an unusual crown, often called an elder cross or a witch's turn. This living garland-like part of a hexblood's body extends from their temples and wraps behind the head, serving as a visible mark of the bargain between hag and hexblood, a debt owed or a change to come. So it looks like right off, if somebody chooses to be a hexblood, sooner or later there's going to be a showdown between them and a hag looking to call back on a favor here. Hexblood origins. A bargain with the hag or other eerie forces transforms your character into a magical being. Roll on or choose an option from the Hexblood origins table to determine how your character gained their lineage. So how did they get these special abilities and have this change come about? 1. Seeking a child. Your parent made a bargain with a hag. You're the result of that arrangement. What good parents, right? Fey kidnappers swapped you and your parent's child. 3rd, a coven of hags lost one of its members. You were created to replace the lost hag. 4, you were cursed as a child. A deal with the spirits of the forest transformed you into a hexblood, now free of the curse. 5, you began life as a fey creature, but an accident changed you and forced you from your home. Interesting one there. 6, a slighted druid transformed you and bound you to live only so long as the sacred tree bears fruit. Those are some good little ideas right there. So hexbloods in the domains of dread, they did this with the previous lineage, not a whole lot to this right here. And then they get to the traits, again, just like you would see with any race. And remember, that's what these lineages are doing. They're basically changing the race of the character. So creature type, look at this, play as a fey this time. Size medium to small, so nothing surprising about that right there. And look at the picture up here. Remember, the type of hag influences what the individual is going to look like. So you can see there's some very different appearances with these three up here. So speed, 30 feet as you would expect. Ancestral Legacy. Basically, they tell you once again you can keep a lot of skill proficiencies you had, or you can pick some new ones. Same we saw in the previous video. Dark vision out to 60 feet. Then they have eerie token. As a bonus action, you can harmlessly remove a lock of your hair, one of your nails, or one of your teeth. This token is imbued with magic until you finish a long rest. While the token is imbued in this way, you can take these actions. 1. Telepathic message. As an action, you can send a telepathic message to the creature holding or carrying the token as long as you're within 10 miles of it. The message can contain up to 25 words. So tear off a toenail, give it to somebody, and you've got a telepathic connection between them. Remote viewing. If you're within 10 miles of the token, you can enter a trance as an action. The trance lasts for 1 minute, but it ends early if you dismiss it or are incapacitated. During this trance, you can see and hear from the token as if you were located where it is. So the little token, piece of hair, a nail, something like that, basically becomes an audio transmitter is what it looks like. While you're using your senses at the token's location, you're blinded and deafened in regard to your own surroundings, so it makes you pretty helpless. When the trance ends, the token is harmlessly destroyed. Once you create a token using this feature, you have to finish a long rest so the part regrows and you can do it again. So look at the Hex Magic here. You can cast the Disguise Self or Hex spells with this trait, so it gives you a couple little extras there. Once you cast either of these spells with this trait, you can cast that spell with it again, or you can't cast that spell again until you finish a long rest. You can also cast these spells using any spell slot you have, so that's a nice little additional there. Intelligence, Wisdom, or Charisma is your spell casting ability, so any of the three that's the highest. So they talk about becoming a hag. I guess given enough time, this is inevitable. Hags can undertake a ritual to, look at this, irreversibly transform a Hexblood they created into a new hag. So I'd guess that's their final end game no matter what. Either one of their own kind or that embodies the Hexblood's nature. So same type of hag or a different one. This requires that both the hag and the Hexblood be in the same place and consent to the lengthy ritual. So look at that, they have to consent. Circumstances most Hexbloods shun, but might come to accept over the course of centuries. So maybe somebody wants to be a hag, maybe they don't. But notice here, once a Hexblood undergoes this irreversible ritual, they emerge as a hag NPC, no longer under control of the Hexblood player unless the DM rules otherwise. So the DM could let you become a hag if they want right there. But again, you know, that's all up to how you want to play the game. So we saw vampire there at the first lineage, and now basically play as a hag at this one. This is opening up some great new possibilities for gameplay. So anybody uses these, put a message down below to let me know how it goes. Till next time, good luck and good gaming.